Hello viewers, it's Super GT here, and I'm just going to bring you a quick guide for the Alamo scenario. It's one of the hard scenarios. It's the second one at Hungary. Okay, so you're a Sauber and you have 2.5 laps left, and you have a problem. Your front wing is damaged. So for this scenario, you will have reduced downforce. The thing I noticed is that the car turns in about the same as normal, but then once you've turned it in, it doesn't turn as sharply as what you'd expect. So that is the main problem with the handling. So essentially you have a fast charging Romain Grosjean behind you, and you have to keep him at bay for 2 laps or 2.5 laps. When I did this scenario, he didn't catch up with me until the last lap, so I just pretty much had to fend him off for 1 lap. So as we come around here onto the pit straight, he is still a good couple of seconds behind, but he does gain pretty quickly because the mid sector, especially on this track, has a lot of fast sweeping corners which do require downforce, and obviously you are lacking it. Now you can the fuel is going to be optimal for this scenario, so you're just going to have to keep it on fuel mixture 2, the medium one. And my guide pretty much for this is just to go as fast as you can, obviously while being careful. You'll see here I'll go wide. That is the lack of downforce there. I wouldn't say it's a huge lack of downforce, but it's certainly noticeable. And also going through this chicane, I had a bit of trouble with the curbs. The curbs around the chicane are very big, and you can see that I don't really take that very cleanly. And Grosjean is on my back now, but luckily this section here is pretty much one-way traffic. You can't really go 2 abreast around here, so you see quite easy to block around that section. So we come into the final sector now, and this is pretty much where he might catch up with you. He might catch up with you earlier, but this section there's a possibility of overtaking, but the main place where he's going to try is on the main straight, and he does try it against me here. So you can see there he's within the 1 second activation of DRS. So we come around the final corner, and he's got DRS now, and he is very close, so I'm going to have to keep checking behind me. Keep checking, and if he does get very close, I'll move slightly to the inside, brake on the 100-meter marker board, and just make sure you park it on the apex so he can't do a cut back on you. And that way you've pretty much successfully blocked him for his best overtaking space. But obviously don't get complacent, you still have a lap to do. Now again, we're coming up to turn 4. This one is probably the hardest, or probably one of the hardest corners, because it is very hard to see the apex. I get it just about right. He gets very close. I cover the inside into turn 5. He's got nowhere to go, and I'm thinking about covering the inside into 6 and 7, the chicane, but I only do that if I can see the arrows directly behind me as we go into the corner. But luckily he was a bit further behind. Now again, we're coming into this twisty sector 2, where it's very hard to overtake. Lewis Hamilton crosses the line in first, but we are still trying to get 8th place. So there we go, through sector 2 into sector 3. This is a possibility of an overtaking space, but again the arrows weren't on me. He wasn't that close, so I didn't have to block. But just obviously just block if you absolutely have to. It's only a game at the end of the day. And there again he is close, so I'm just going to cover the inside. And around the final corner, there we go, and we should have that done. That's the hard scenario. That was on with no assists, so it shows they can be done without assists. 12,384 points. I think it was about 60th in the world or something, that run that you just saw. So there you have it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Give me a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more, plenty more racing game content, and hope to see you next time. I've been Super GT. Thank you for watching.